I'm standing right in front of a forest. A tiny forest.
So this tiny forest was planted with the Miyawaki technique. This technique requires plants to be so densely packed that they have to compete for resources like sunshine.
The cool thing about this technique is that it accelerates growth and carbon storage, meaning that compared to a regular forest, which could take centuries to develop, these forests only take decades. They're also able to support bigger populations of wildlife, everything from native plants like the Nevin's barberry to animals like birds, lizards, squirrels, and pollinators.
As a matter of fact, I think I see a little burrow there.
The LA Parks Foundation told me that another potential benefit from these tiny forests is heat relief. Like this past summer, when the ground temperature reached 97 degrees Fahrenheit, it was actually 5 degrees cooler beneath the canopy of this tiny forest. So imagine the effect it could have once the plants grow bigger and take up more space.
Now, this tiny forest is located inside a park, but they're supposed to eventually be anywhere. Think about it, in the middle of New York City, you turn the corner and the next block, there's a tiny forest.
After all, they're micro. The one I visited is actually about 1,000 square feet, with about 150 different plants, shrubs, and trees. So why don't we already have them everywhere?
Well, they're expensive to begin with.
The Miyawaki method requires improving the soil, preparing the site, sourcing native plants, and doing some initial maintenance. This project in LA cost about $15,000. There's also a 4,300 square foot project in Cambridge, Massachusetts that costs roughly $18,000. You might say that's pretty cheap for a city that size, but they're actually kind of expensive when you think about the small budgets park departments usually get. But that's not stopping the LA Parks Foundation or other groups around the world from adding more microforests. They're actually all over the world, from California and Washington State to Europe, India, and Japan, where it all actually started.
So maybe soon you'll see one of these tiny forests in your neighborhood.